what happened to Emile Smith-Rowe of Arsenal. This time, we're not talking about a Villa player, we're talking about an Arsenal player that could potentially win the league with Arsenal this season. So what happened to Emile Smith-Rowe from the talented teenager to now pretty much not really doing anything in the Arsenal squad? I don't know whether it's the pressure of being given the number 10 shirt, although he handled it pretty well last season. But this season's stats is pretty poor. And it's something I am going to look at now. But what did happen to Emile Smith-Rowe? You know, this kid scored 10 goals last season in 33 matches, which is not bad when he was at the age of 21. He's now 22 years old and has scored 0 goals and 0 assists this season and has played 5 matches. My guess is that, yeah, he's probably injured. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't know the ins and outs. But something's clearly not right. If you've only played, 5 games, even if with an injury, this is very concerning for Smith-Rowe right now. He has scored 12 goals in his career in the Premier League, which is pretty decent. 22, got a lot of potential. But whatever is going on at the minute is not good for Emile Smith-Rowe. This is a talented Arsenal kid that came through the academy. He's expected to be the next big thing. If you're only playing 5 games so far this season, you're on their number 10. It's quite concerning the fact you haven't scored a goal yet, and I don't think he's scored a goal in any competition yet. Maybe it's the fact he's not favoured in the side. Like I said, I'm not an Arsenal fan, I don't really know the ins and outs of what's going on. But what I do know is this guy, there's talks of England calls up, player of the year sort of thing. He's got so much potential. Now it's, well, he can't even get in an Arsenal side at the minute, so a bit concerning there. Players always go through poor patches in their careers, so maybe Smith-Rowe's just having his now. But if you're Smith-Rowe, you've got to sort of now become a better player. And I don't mean he's a bad player, but clearly something is not right. Something isn't working. We've seen it's clicked for Arsenal this season. He should be absolutely on fire, but we've barely seen him play. And we've barely seen anything of him. And I think, this guy was absolutely brilliant last season for Arsenal at times. And he's got a lot of hype around him, so who knows? Only he knows what's going on at the minute. But for me, Emile Smith-Rowe, if you want to get back in that England squad, if you want to get back to full, in that Arsenal squad, be able to say you were part of that Arsenal team that won the league, you're going to need to work hard now, because you've not had a good start to this season. We're now over halfway through. You've probably lost your place in the team. Can you get back into that team? Only he will be able to make that happen. Obviously not favoured at the minute, so we don't know what's really going on. But who knows? I think he's a talented footballer. But it's now, can he come back from this setback, I suppose. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. But I think for Emile Smith-Rowe, it's either, step up now, maybe look for a move in the summer, because it's, this guy really needs to sort it out now. And I think that's very important for him to do at this stage of the season. Like I say, maybe it is just an injury problem. But for me, if you've gone from an England side to not even being in the conversation, being called up to the squad, injury or no injury, I think that is quite concerning. So hopefully Smith Rowe can sort himself out and we can see the best of him.